Why did the tattoo artist break up with the sketch artist? Well, it turns out she just couldn't see past his sketchy background. Now that we've got the laughs out of the way, let's talk tattoos. These permanent pieces of art aren't just skin-deep doodles, they're a cultural phenomenon, adorning bodies far and wide. With a history as colorful as the tattoos themselves, the United States has a fascinating tale to tell. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of the ink world, let's take a quick look at how tattoos came to be so popular in the United States. In the land of the free and the home of the brave, tattoos found their way into the American culture as early as the 19th century. This art form, once foreign and unknown, found a home in the bustling, diverse streets of the United States. Let's journey back to the mid-1800s, a time when the U.S. was still finding its feet. Amidst the chaos and excitement, a man named Martin Hildebrandt embarked on a path less traveled. In 1846, he opened the first American tattoo shop in the heart of New York City, a hub of culture and change. Hildebrandt was a pioneer, a man who dared to introduce a new art form to a new world. But who were the first to adopt this art, you ask? Interestingly, it was the sailors and soldiers who embraced tattoos. Perhaps it was the allure of a permanent mark, a symbol of their journeys, their battles, their stories. Tattoos became a badge of honor, a reminder of their adventures across the seven seas and the courage they exhibited on the battlefields. As the years rolled by, tattoos began to break their naval and military confines. They found their way into the lives of the everyday American, the average Joe, if you will. Tattoos were no longer just for the daring and the bold. They became a form of self-expression for all. So, from the sailors and soldiers to the average Joe, tattoos began to etch their mark into American history. As time sailed on, so did the tattoo industry, expanding its horizons far and wide. Picture this. The year is 1891. The hum of an electric motor echoes through a bustling tattoo parlor. Samuel O'Reilly, a name now synonymous with the tattoo industry, had just invented the electric tattoo machine. This contraption, inspired by Thomas Edison's electric pen, revolutionized the art of tattooing. It was faster, more precise, and opened up a world of possibilities for the artists. As the 20th century dawned, the tattoo industry saw a growth spurt. The early to mid-century was dominated by a few popular styles. The traditional American style, with its bold lines and vibrant colors, was a favorite among sailors, soldiers, and anyone with a tale to tell. The Japanese style, known for its intricate detail and mythical themes, also found a home in the United States, while black and gray realism emerged from the Chicano culture of the Southwest, offering a stark, yet beautiful contrast to its more colorful counterparts. The tattoo industry, however, was about to see another shift. The 60s and 70s were a time of cultural revolution, and tattoos were not immune to this change. Tattoos began to drift away from the fringes and into the mainstream. No longer were they just for sailors and outlaws, but for the everyday person. The young, the old, the rebellious, the conformist, tattoos were for everyone. Tattoo parlors sprouted up in cities and towns across the country. The sound of the electric tattoo machine became as familiar as the strumming of a guitar or the clink of a glass. This was not just about getting inked, it was about self-expression, about telling a story on your skin, about wearing your heart, your beliefs, your triumphs, and your tragedies on your sleeve, quite literally. And just like that, tattoos transitioned from a sailor's pastime to a form of self-expression for the masses. Fast forward to the 21st century, and tattoos have inked their way into our hearts, and, well, skin. What was once a sign of rebellion, a mark of the outcasts, has now become an embraced form of self-expression. The tattoo industry has seen a significant transformation, evolving from the shadows of society to the glaring lights of mainstream culture, with a little help from our television screens. Shows like Miami Ink and Ink Master have not only brought tattoos to the living rooms of millions, but also highlighted the skill, creativity, and dedication that go into each piece of inked art. The diversity of styles and techniques available today is mind-boggling. From the bold lines and vibrant colors of traditional American tattoos to the intricate details of realism. From the dynamic, flowing designs of watercolor tattoos to the precisely calculated shapes of geometric ones, there's even a style for those who favor simplicity and subtlety, with minimalistic tattoos gaining popularity. And let's not forget the cultural influences that have broadened the scope of tattooing. we've seen the resurgence of tribal tattoos, deeply rooted in indigenous cultures, and the rise of Japanese irezumi with its rich symbolism and mythology. But perhaps the most striking shift in the world of tattoos is who is getting them. Once dominated by sailors, bikers, and outlaws, the tattoo demographic has shifted dramatically. Today, tattoos are equally popular among both genders and across different age groups. From college students to corporate executives, from musicians to moms, tattoos have become a common sight. This wide-ranging acceptance has also led to a boom in the number of tattoo artists and studios. It's not uncommon to find a tattoo shop in every neighborhood, each offering a unique style and experience. So, whether it's a tiny heart on the wrist or a full body suit, tattoos have indeed come a long way in the United States. It's not just about the ink anymore. It's about the stories we tell, the memories we carry, and the identities we carve on our skin. From taboo to trend, tattoos have truly left an indelible mark on American culture. From Martin Hildebrandt's first tattoo shop to the diverse and inclusive industry we see today, tattoos have indeed made their mark. Our journey began with the birth of tattooing in the United States, a craft that sailed across the ocean with Martin Hildebrandt and found its home on American soil. As we traveled through the 20th century, we witnessed a tattoo boom, a period that saw the rise of tattoo parlors and the embrace of ink as a form of self-expression. Today, the world of tattoos is as colorful and diverse as the designs they inspire. From the traditional to the abstract, from the symbolic to the whimsical, tattoos tell a story, and that story is deeply etched into the fabric of American history. So the next time you see a tattoo, remember it's not just ink, it's a piece of American history.